you own it, you are excited to be back, period. Okay. What's up, Nicole babes? It's the girl, Nicole, and today I'm back, busy back with another video, finally. If you guys are new here, please make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time She's Nicole channel brings forth a new video. You guys already know what to do. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now Facebook. I'm super excited to be bringing you guys this update in this video because I know you guys have been looking like, girl, where have you been? But I'm here to tell you I'm back and I'm here to stay. So today, from the title, as you can probably already see, we will be talking about my life after failed love, going back to work after being a full-time entrepreneur, and just getting back to myself. So if you would, let's get straight into it.
Breathe and wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
Let's just get straight into it. As you guys can see, I have my phone here and we are going to actually go to my notes because as you can see, I did make sure that I put everything in my notes that I wanted to talk about. The 3 topics that I did list in the title, just so I can make sure that I am hitting on all the topics long enough, just so you guys can get, a little bit of insight about what's been going on, why have I been away for so long, and yeah. So first up, we're going to talk about life after failed love. And I want to be particular and specific when I talk about this topic because I am talking about for me. This is my experience, my take on everything, since I walked away from like my marriage and stuff like that. So all negative comments, withhold them. Don't express your feelings under my video. Not saying that anyone will come on here and do that, but just in case anybody feeling any certain way about anything that I may have to say. This is not a video to bash anybody or to nothing like that. So we're gonna get straight into it. So my life after failed love has been honestly like an emotional roller coaster. Simply because those of you who know and who are not new here, you know that I had became a homeowner after I had got married on last year to my husband. And yeah, so overall, once I felt like I was fed up and I was done with everything, I walked away from everything with literally the things that I wanted to take. Yeah, I got on down. I wasn't in the mood to fight for anything. I was just like, hey, you keep it, you stay here, you have it. I know most of you probably looking like, girl, what? But ladies, when you get to that point, and once you have reached the point to where you feel like enough is enough, you're over it, it's gonna be so easy to be like, I'll figure out everything else, but for right now it's time to get my inner peace. It's time to get back to me doing things that I love and taking care of me and make sure that I'm straight, as well as my daughter. Yes, you guys already know that I have a 6-year-old, so a daughter, might I add, if I haven't said already, which made things quite more difficult because you don't want your child to grow up watching you not being loved properly or always arguing and things like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm out. Not only did I do it for myself, but I did it for my daughter as well. Like I said, life has been something since I decided to walk away from my marriage back in, we're not gonna release any dates, because people be trying to do the math. So I'm not even going there. All you guys know that I did decide to walk away from my marriage, and boom, that's that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Anyways, I have been trying to get my life back together. When I was still staying in Georgia, guys, like I build my credit myself from the ground up, to crumbs, to the whole meal. And now I'm back in phase one. And I think that was the thing that was getting me more emotionally wrapped up into the situation versus me actually walking away from my marriage. Because, you know, like, I worked hard, I wrote letters, I was paying off everything on time. Like, I had excellent payment history for like a year plus. And then for all of those things to like come shambling down right before my eyes, like watching everything that I worked so hard for just crumble into little tiny pieces, that made me depressed. That was the most depressing thing that I had experienced throughout this whole separation, calling it quits and things like that, because I'm just like, dang girl, like you was on your stuff, like you was doing the damn thing, and then you fell in love, you uprooted everything, and you left to get a fresh start, only for things to end, and you're back in the situation that you were in when you first left Mississippi. So other than that, I have been okay. When it comes to like emotion as far as the marriage, I'm not there with that anymore, simply because I know that post-marriage and during the marriage, I know that I gave my all. So once I said that I was done, there was that. Like, it was nothing else for me to figure out. It was nothing else for me to talk about, to do, go back and forth with, another chances, you know, it was just none of it. So I was just over it. And I ended up, like I said, I left everything behind, meaning I left my house, and I actually am now, you know, rooming with a relative, and we are currently in the process of looking for apartments. We're either gonna room again, or I'm gonna get my own apartment. She's gonna get her own apartment. So those will be other videos, like apartment tours. We'll talk about that a little later, but we are moving the end of September. So yes, it's gonna be busy, and that's kind of what I've been working on. Just trying to get my finances back into order, get my life credit, everything back into order. Like, of course, once I walked away from everything, I also walked away with little to no money. And that was difficult because my clientele was like booming at the time. And for me to like make that hard decision to leave and basically start over in a new city was devastating. So that's a little insight on how my life has been since failed love. For different purposes, I'm not gonna go too much into detail about any of that. You know, I'm just not. I can go in depth with you guys more in a few more months, but until then, we're just gonna, you get it, okay? So next, we're going to talk about going back to work full-time after being a full-time entrepreneur. Like I stated, I did have to leave. I left with little to no money, so that means whatever I had walking away from my marriage, that's what I had to basically survive until I was able to get a job and like get my first paycheck and things like that. So I know that you guys do not know, but I am a teacher now. I work at a high school. I teach grades 9th through 12th, but the kicker is I do teach business education classes, so it is still helping me with my entrepreneur journey. I just also get to teach kids that are in high school about things that I love to do the most. So I've been working there since, well, my first day of official working with the school district was August 1st, and you know, I'm still adjusting. It's nothing too hard. Like I said, I am teaching business, so it's not making my life very difficult. It's just that I'm extremely busy, so I feel like I've kind of found balance and how I'm going to balance everything as far as entrepreneurship, being a content creator or a digital creator, if you would, and being a mom, and still having that extra time to take care of moi. Because of course it is not easy, and don't let me even add that I am in grad school now. I'm going to grad school to get my master's of art in teaching. So I think we're entering the third week for grad school. So far everything is going great. I'm passing my class and life is good, like I'm taking things one step at a time. Being a full-time entrepreneur is glamorized. What I mean when I say being glamorized is simply because they're showing you all of the highs, but nobody really shows you the lows. Like now, I haven't had my website up for like months because life and its curveballs has just had me in a chokehold, and I haven't had like the space nor the time, and I have been like emotionally detached simply because everything that I'm going through in my life. So once I do come back finally, like with my cosmetic business, it's gonna be rebranded. I'm gonna come back heavy, hitting hard, and I'm just gonna be back like I never left. But it was not easy for me. Every day wasn't sales. Actually, my brow waxing, Brazilian waxing and stuff like that was actually making more money than my online business at that time. And that's just simple. Like, you have to go through those first, like year 1 through probably like 3 or more are gonna be like the hardest years in business because it's still fresh, it's still new. Especially if you're a one-man team or a one-man show, you're doing everything yourself, and you are still trying to work your way and maneuver your way through the business industry. So it's not as easy as people makes it seem. Like, the people that are blowing up, they've already been through their struggle. They've been through the emotional roller coaster feelings, the crying, the late nights, having little to no money. Then they keep improving, and then boom, $20,000 a day, or $100,000 a day. $1 million in 3 minutes and things like that. But at the same time, we all have to understand that this did not happen overnight. There are hardly no entrepreneurs that can tell you they launched a business and within the first year it's successful. Mind you, and notice that I did not say no entrepreneur can tell you this, because in most cases it has happened for some entrepreneurs. So yeah, I'm not really tripping about going back to work, because at the end of the day, that's a for sure paycheck, if you would, for sure money. It's very simple to me anyway. I'm on the same schedule as my daughter. So if you're a parent, that's literally like every parent's dream, to be on the same schedule as your kids, because you're out on weekends, major holidays, and things like that. So returning as a full-time entrepreneur is not as bad as people make it seem. It's just that stepping stone to help you fund your business and your lifestyle while you're trying to climb the ladder in the entrepreneur industry. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna talk about me getting back to me. But first, I need to take a little water break because my throat's, I haven't done this in a while, so my throat is a little dry. So I'm just gonna, Okay, so getting back to me. Ever since I decided that I was gonna walk away from everything that I had built and worked for, I have been living my best life. Like, I have been traveling, going out to dinner more, going out to different laid-back spots, like going out with my family, just letting my hair hang down. So far I've been to Dallas, Branson, Missouri, Panama City, Florida. Next weekend, I'll be in Memphis for the Southern Heritage Classic. JSU plays up there in the Southern Heritage Classic, and it's actually gonna be the last one, so this is exciting. I'm gonna go out with my friends like afterwards. I'm possibly shooting for like Houston in October. Well, no, let's back up, because I have Memphis next weekend, New Orleans the end of September, and then my homegirl, one of my old clients, she's having a birthday dinner. She lives in Texas, so I may be in Houston like with my cousin. But listen, life has been good. Like, I have been enjoying life, period. No matter finance situations, none of that. Like, your girl has been doing her thing. What Drake said, notice that you've been dressing up lately more and going out. You know, some along that lines.
Started wearing less and going out more.
She been doing it. Like, yeah. And doing it with no regrets. That's the thing. More spontaneous. I'm more of a, oh, let me plan something today. Today I'm finna get on it. I'm finna act on it. And I'm finna do the do. You know, hair done. Got me a nice little pedicure yesterday, because we did, that was not yesterday, day before yesterday. Because Saturday we actually pedicure, we did lunch, like a late lunch, and then we did a late dinner, and then we hit up like a spot or whatever, got us some drinks, peeped the scene of like one of the little spots in the Ridgeland Jackson area, and that was nice. We also did a little bit of shopping, found some stuff to like wear for that night, like some shoes and different stuff, just so we can, you know, treat ourselves and be cute. That's been my whole thing. That has always been my whole thing. If you are not a new subscriber and you've been here and you've been rocking with me these past few months, you know that I'm always up for treating myself, buying myself new gifts, making sure that I'm looking good, feeling good, because they say when you look good, you feel good. And I'm truly loving it. I haven't been able to just move this past week how I have wanted to, because my car is in the shop getting fixed. Thank you, Jesus. I'm just so thankful that I'm able to afford putting my car in the shop, because if you guys did not know, a few months back I was involved in a car accident and my passenger side doors were not working. Like, people had to like climb over my seats to get into my passenger seat, and that's very much ghetto. So hopefully they be calling me this week or the end of this week about coming to get my car, because I can't wait. Because of course you guys already know a car tour is gonna be coming. I'm gonna be fixing up my car. If you don't know, I do have like a 2014 Nissan Altima, and my baby is almost paid for, so no, I'm not getting another vehicle unless I'm able to pay for it in cold cash. Like, that's the only way your girl will be getting another car. So as you can see, I am getting my life together, doing what's best for me and my daughter, and just making the best of the moments that God has allowed me to have. You know, sometimes when you are in relationships, you may feel as though you're not growing as a person, and sometimes God just be waiting for you to move when he say move, because the longer that we stay, the more that we're gonna feel like we're at a standstill, because deep down inside, that person does not be for us. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys as far as the update. I will be giving you guys a vlog of this week and this weekend, because like I said, I will be in Memphis at the Jackson State game, and I'm super excited. But before we go, guys, if you have not subscribed already and joined the Cheryl Nicole gang, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you're notified of all the videos that I have for you all. And yeah, follow all my social medias, and I'll see you guys next weekend.